120, 10-7.
120. Wow, 49 radio. Can you call the complainant back and see exactly where they're located? Because I'm in the little piece of parking lot. I'll see the vehicle. 149. And for a caller was third party design. Okay.
Hey, how you doing?
149. There's a guy on the corner on the phone trying to fight.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, you just might want to talk to them. I'm sure you guys know what's going on.
Mobile gas station.
No, we just got a call about you recording people. That's all I know.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you, is that against the law for me to record inside of a public building?
Just give me 1 second.
I'll put it on the radio. There's going to be a camera.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, how you been?
Good.
149, different.
120 radio. Just be advised, it's going to be a sovereign citizen, one of those First Amendment people. Go ahead.
So
120.
what happened when you came
Okay,
in?
he came in here with that camera, and he started filming up here in the front. I asked him what he was here for. He said he was an independent journalist making some sort of film about a story. I asked him, well, what's the story? He said after he filmed, he would tell me what the story is. Now, I know that it's against policy for him to film in here, in particular people at the counter and whatnot. So I walked him around, kind of steered him away from the people as much as possible.
Sure.
Then I called my partner and the assistant manager to get their input on how to deal with this. He tells me to call y'all, so I do. So, but I'm not up on this sort of thing.
So they're considered it's like the First Amendment people where they've just got the freedom.
Just back door, please, sir.
The side door. Yeah, got the side door for me.
Side door, sir.
So
They're
this
just,
is
hey, hi.
Well, she's our assistant manager.
Sure. Well, you guys called me,
Yes.
so that was just.
Yes, thank you so much for
Yeah.
coming.
Where
So
I
I kind of walked into the tail end. I was notified
Sure.
that he was just scanning. Our property doesn't, the Department of Labor does not allow videoing. And then he became a little arrogant, condescending. I think he kind of started an argument with one of our
The
people.
young man right
Sure.
there.
Him?
No, him in the
In the
blue.
blue.
Okay.
And so that's a totally different thing. It said, you've been threatening me. So he was kind of starting something. So I told the two of them, lock the door. He's out, lock the door. Because we have customers in here.
I'm gonna you might let my sergeant
Yeah,
in
absolutely.
before.
Hey, how's it going? All right.
And
Y'all doing okay?
he's one of the First Amendment people. Has the feels like he has the right to film into the building, but it's against their policy. So he's kind of wanting to know what his rights are, and they're not comfortable with him being in here because I guess he kind of got a little hostile with him earlier. So that's kind of where we're at right now. Is that the gist of?
And y'all were here. I wasn't here for most of it. So is that basically this? I'm going to let him share with you exactly what happened to him. But our issue is when he became that hostile, we have an office here. We don't know what's happening. So when he walked out, we felt it was best to lock that for the safety of this office.
Sure. Okay.
Okay. So if you can share what happened to you.
I did it wrong. I was just sitting over there, and I just said, when I walked up, because the guy, I've been in it a long time, but I walked up, and I said, the guy, gentleman I was helping, I said, God, people like that want to make me punch him in the face. That's what I said. But I didn't say it to him. I said it to him, because he was, telling him not to get any closer, and I'm going, come on, and that's what I said. And then when I went to leave, he said, you wait for the cops, I heard you threaten me. But, and then he followed me up to my car, and I said, please stop recording me. turn off the camera, and I came back in here. That was it.
Sure.
That was it. That's.
So, what are you guys wanting to do in reference to y'all's building? I mean, he's free to be at the
It's a
Department
public.
of Labor, it's public, but that's what do you guys want to do.
Well, they are allowed to be here if there's not danger that we feel, and if, he is not allowed with video. So,
Okay.
that's just not our protocol, is to have a video running in our office. And so at this point, I don't know what the actual law is about this, but I know for him to be able to come back in is what I consider a harmful environment. Because it's not just, there's not a real reason behind his videoing. It's not like, okay, I want to do this because I want to get more information about the Department of Labor, how it functions. It's just.
I tried to get him to tell me why he was here, and he wouldn't tell me.
From what I gather with them, and tell me if I'm wrong, it's just more so of a freedom thing. Like, they have the right because it's their right as yeah. So that's kind of like they're kind of going around to seeing how far they can get, and not necessarily pressing people's buttons, but to see who will violate their rights.
They do it. They come to police stations and do it all the time.
So
Because you get some officers that go up and say, "I need your ID."
go for
I don't
it.
have to give you mine. Just trying to get a rise out of it.
Yeah.
That's what he was trying to do. He was definitely trying to get a rise out of it.
Well, the problem is it's not him coming directly to me. I am responsible for this office, and when he is starting, even if he said something, even if he's responding to our customers, I have a responsibility to protect them and keep that out. But again, I don't know what the law is about that, if he's allowed to come in.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I said, they come to the police departments, any kind of public place, they go and do it, and they'll set up cameras, and we've had a lot of training on it because some officers end up violating their rights, want to take them to jail and stuff because they don't want to give them their ID. But so there's a lot of YouTubers and stuff like that come out and do these kinds of things. So they find public places where they know they're allowed to be, and when people come and question them, they're like, "I don't have to answer your questions."
Right.
Like if I try to go out here and question him right now, I can bet you $100 he's going to tell me he's not answering my questions.
This is amendment rights. Okay, if y'all could just give me just a moment, let me reach out to our regional director. I want them to be informed of this, and then they can, then I can give you more.
As far as you go, do you want me to walk you to your car?
I just don't want him following me with the camera anymore.
Where's your car parked? I can
right
walk.
over here, this pickup truck.
I'll walk you to your car while they figure that out, and I'll be right back if you want me to do
Because
it.
essentially, they're usually just looking for a rise out of somebody.
Yeah.
They're looking for attention. They're looking to.
I wasn't paying them any attention. I wasn't even talking to him.
They're
I
looking for
walked
somebody
away.
to film. That's why they're doing this, so that people approach them and they can video it and then get likes and shares on there.
Yeah, I didn't approach him. I walked up to the counter.
The best form of advice when it comes to these things is ignore them, and then once they see that nobody's approaching them and they're not getting a rise out of anyone, they leave.
I was sitting too close to it, so I got up and walked away because I didn't want to say something. And I was sitting pretty much right next to them where this was taking place.
Yeah, he was talking about
And I
a
said,
couple months ago, we had somebody come in here too. We had to call the police on.
I heard
the
him
young
talking
lady.
about that.
So
but I
that's the
didn't-
part he's
I
talking
was
about
just
to
trying
me,
to go on.
saying that you were the guy. So far, no, I'm just looking at him like I didn't respond to any of that. Just looking at him like, please.
It's aggravating, but at the end of the day, really, there's not much we
I
can do
know.
about it.
I know.
Now,
I
you can be
so
just
appreciate
fast
what
out
you guys
there,
do.
right?
They're free to video, and
Inside this building.
this is a public
and this is
building.
what I thought. That's what
It is a public building, but I don't think he has the rights to video people that are in here that aren't employees. You know what I'm saying?
The employees.
I didn't care if it on me, but I'm just saying I didn't want to follow into my car. I didn't
No, he
know
shouldn't
what
be
he was gonna
falling
do.
into your car.
Yeah.
That's a form of harassment anyway.
I can walk you to your car, make sure he
Yeah.
gives you your space, and you can leave.
All right, now let some of these other folks in too.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead.
I just want to go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, ma'am, come on in.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome. And then the other thing that we've done at various buildings is we've trespassed people. In other words, when we was at the defects office, we had situations like that where somebody is convening different things and making different actions going on that has nothing to do with the business itself. We've trespassed them so they can't be back in that building for over a year. And that's what I'm looking at to try to find out if that's what they want to have done.
Yeah.
If that's legal. And that part I don't know about. This part, okay, for filming and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have to call and look into that one because of the whole, I'm not trying to violate nobody's rights out here.
Actually, I can be in trouble first when I am the one who say you cannot film it, and I back up because I watch some videos on YouTube. Oh my God, there's some crazy situation, and he's one of them. I guess.
Well, I'll be on there again. Yeah, they put me on all the time.
Yeah,
Well, they got me on there.
Yeah. Like I said, the best thing to do is ignore them and stay away from them, and eventually they go away.
So I guess she's gonna make a call and we'll try to figure out something. But then you got these.
I have to call Beverly and ask her if we can even CT. So I don't know if we can.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
I mean, it's a public building for the state of Georgia for labor. I mean, they record people. It says right there that everything is being monitored. Like, so what makes them any different?
The rights of these folks here, for him to go around and videotape them and the staff like that.
In Georgia, you're allowed to.
Yeah.
You're allowed. That's interesting.
That's why we can record. I mean,
Yeah, we expect you to do that.
Yeah, in the state of Georgia, it's a one-party consent law.
Is that what it is?
yeah.
So he can film whatever he wants, really.
Do you want me to call her, or do you want?
You got your phone with you?
Yeah.
I'm almost certain we can't CT him, but just confirm with her. Go for it.
The current one is the most pressing that I wanted to ask about.
Hey, I had a quick question. So we're on a call here at the Department of Labor, and we've got one of those sovereign citizen First Amendment people. And he was in here trying to record, and they kicked him out. So they called 911, and he's saying that they're saying that they want to CT him, but we're calling to ask if we could or if we could not.
All right, let me go.
Yeah, the 2211 Beaver Ruin.
All right, thank you. Okay, so obviously, they just said that y'all take what you say. If you feel like that he's not a hazard or he's not an issue, then you have no choice. So,
Right.
That's what I'm thinking too.
yeah.
She's
Right.
calling a captain just to confirm it.
Yeah. The only thing that I'm going to do
Okay, but we can't, but they can tell him that he can't record and he needs to put the camera down, right? Okay. Okay. I'll let him know.
Come on in, ma'am.
Thank you. Bye.
Like I explained to the other people that are standing here,
if y'all can see these customers.
the best from our experience and going through the training that we've had, the best thing to do is ignore them. And once they see that they're not getting a rise out of anybody, because they're here essentially to find somebody to record, somebody to approach them so they can report them. If nobody approaches them and everybody ignores them like they're not even there, eventually he's going to leave because he's not getting what he's looking for. Likes and shares on the internet.
So Captain said that he can't be CT'd because this is a Georgia, this is open to people of Georgia for the Department of Labor. You can ask him not to record.
And we did.
So that's your policy, like he can't record the people in here. That's their right to not be recorded, but you can't CT him though, or criminally trespassing.
So she's saying that if they ask him to not record, and then what if he records anyway?
And he continued,
And that's
did
what
he?
he continued to do. That's what he did actually.
I guess you can ask him to leave, but we can't CT him, which means we can't arrest him for it, I would assume.
If we asked him to leave, he refused to do that. That's what we call it. So let me say, those are the issues that we
Calling her back.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I know y'all are so busy with real
Oh,
serious
no.
things.
We're here till 7 p.m. We go call to call to call.
Yeah.
Hey, so they already asked him to stop recording, and he wouldn't, which is why they called us to begin with. So if he refuses to stop recording, even though they let him back in here because he's able to be here, then what is the next step with that?
Yeah, I understand. And I know it's super aggravating because they come and do it to
No
us.
coffee, no tea on your water.
Because Georgia has a one-party consent law. Basically,
Because he's not leaving and he's wanting to come back in, but he's refusing to put down the camera.
Getting private areas, then it's a little bit different.
Well, then I think if that's the case, then what we're going to do is we're going to take our customers to the back. Okay, can we, I say, if that's the case, we can sit out there in the lobby, we're going to take our customers back to the back, so that they can talk in privacy, or have their information on video.
When you say take them to the back,
Just
is it
right here.
a door that's
You can't through here is a lot. I'm just
He just said that he just wants to record. He hasn't given them any reason why. Like, he's not saying I want to study the Department of Labor. He's just saying that it's my right to record whatever I want to record, and that's what I want to do. But what I guess the problem is that if we can't tell him he can't come in here, when he does come in here and continues to record despite them asking him not to, what is the next step? Or is there a step? Because that was the problem why they called us, is because they were like, you can be in here, you just can't record our customers. And he was like, well, it's my right, I can record, you can't stop me from recording. So then they called us.
Just the corner, just the driver's license. Is that what you're
Yeah. Right.
I know that. Sure.
And that's what they do.
Let's see if we can. Okay, we still.
I have no idea. That's why I called you.
Right there at the door, and that little orange
Lights and
back
chairs and comments.
Because I certified it way too.
And he was also talking about 4 months ago. He said, "You the guy that called the police on that lady that you had to talk to that moved out of here." He said, "You the guy." And got someone there. I said,
A lot of these guys, before they come out to do these videos and stuff like that,
Okay, we'll be here waiting.
read the laws and
Bye.
to make sure that they cross their T's and dot their I's to where they can basically get away with
So
stuff.
my captain's basically in a place
What lines
of,
not to cross.
she's going to do her research to make sure we follow this to a T, because obviously there's this,
fine line.
yeah. So I mean, it's a government building. He's allowed to be in here. Obviously you guys don't want him recording, but then what is the next step after that? So we don't want to violate anyone's rights,
Correct.
but that's kind of like their whole thing, is to see how far they can push it
Right.
and how much we know. And
Right.
they picked a tricky one to.
They did, because we now have, our customers do not want to be on video.
Right.
Keeping in mind, they're here talking very confidential information, their socials,
Right.
there's just, so that on video is not okay.
Yeah.
So we know y'all are,
She says she's going to do a little bit of research and call me back here shortly. So you guys want to hold tight, and we just got to wait, I guess.
'Cause I'm like 99.9% sure that he's allowed to be in here and he's allowed to record.
okay, so with what I mentioned as an option, is that something, and I'm not asking to endorse this, but I'm thinking, our customers, for their protection.
If you feel
Take
the
them
need
out.
to take your customers to a restricted area,
Okay.
I think that's an excellent idea.
So he can stay off here in the lobby. He is not a customer that's needing his social, his unemployment reviewed.
Did he come in here when he first came in here? Did he come in here with any intent to?
Well,
get
I
any?
kept him away from.
But I mean, did he come?
Hey.
He had any business? No, they never do.
Was he just here in the lobby, or was he trying to be up near where the counter where people were talking about their information?
Where was he? Where did he
I
go?
kept him on this side of the building.
So what was he trying to do?
Well,
He's recording everything.
he was recording everything.
People up here.
He was recording everything and everyone. Anything he could record, he was trying to record. Well, the lobby and everything is kind of all in one.
And like he's saying, that's the law.
He was just walking around the entire open area of the floor.
Okay, if it's tied to Social Security.
So like it's not really separated. There's no separate, like, you don't just like go into a back room. Like all this is open. They got a bunch of tables out here where they sit and discuss things with people. And then there's like a,
I don't know what room that is.
do you have an iPhone?
Keypad on the door.
Yeah. Oh. I mean, it's just like a big open floor. Like they just got a bunch of tables where they sit down at the table and talk with you, or you can walk up and talk to people at the computers. Like it's just a big open floor. There are no separate rooms for private. It's actually.
They can't. We have to use a badge to get past the lobby. They know that because they don't have a badge. They can, even though it's a public building, there's certain areas. And the lobby is a public area for them. Look on YouTube. There's some millions of them on YouTube.
So he can't record people's personal conversations. If he wants to sit out here and kind of record just what's going on here and who walks by, he can do that.
You can't record people's conversations.
Yeah.
And now if they're having a conversation out loud,
Yeah.
it essentially becomes public.
Yeah. So anything that's like, if you and I are having a conversation about my personal information, he can't walk up and start recording a conversation. I mean, if we're out here because this is such an open area, I guess that's something where you would need to have a lower conversation and not be sitting here screaming your, social security number to the top of your lungs. And then she just said if you want to take them to like a back location or a restricted area so y'all can discuss things more privately, you can do that. But it's sounding like he can be in here and recording. It's just he can't be in someone's business recording.
That's why I said the restricted areas is probably your best bet.
Okay. Y'all have any more questions or anything while she's on the phone?
No, we will because when y'all leave, y'all are the authority. When y'all leave, there's going to be a great. I think he's going to get great joy out of this, and then try to push
I think that's
more
going to be.
buttons.
I think that's going to be it for now. We'll call you if
Everybody
it.
just
All right. Thanks. Bye.
keep their space, keep their distance from them, and ignore them.
Okay.
And I
All
guarantee
right.
you,
Staff know that before we let them back in.
once he doesn't get a rise out of somebody or have anybody approaching him, because that's what he wants, then he's gonna get bored and leave.
Okay. So let me talk with them.
You want me to sit back for a little bit, just to make sure it doesn't get out of pocket?
Did you guys want to talk to him about anything?
We'll talk to him. He's not gonna
Listen.
He's gonna tell me, you can go out there and listen. I bet your money he's gonna say, I'm not answering any questions. I'm not answering any questions.
Yep, probably so.
But yeah, it's a law that they're allowed to do that stuff.
But you know what I would think though, if you're not here, just like anything else, if you're not here for the Department of Labor, then isn't it considered loitering? Just like anything else. Just like a gas station, if you're not there and they want you to leave, if you're not here to buy gas or buy anything.
That's private property.
Yeah.
So whoever's the agent of that property at the time can ask him to leave.
Yeah.
It would be trespassing.
That doesn't apply to a government building.
No.
All right. But once this gets resolved, I should also receive the checks from
And I could stop him from trying to record anything that's while they're discussing business.
I mean, he can record as long as he's not right up on anyone and in their conversation, their personal conversation. But I mean, as far as like this lobby area right in here, he can be up in here recording as long as he's.
Include the computer area.
No, I would assume like the computers are confidential, like that's something he can't record. I don't believe he can go in like to their cubicles or anything, but right up in here in this personal area.
This open space here.
Yeah, he's
With
pretty
those
much
type
got
of
free
cameras,
reign.
The microphone takes in a lot of space.
Cool.
Yeah, it's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have all of my staff go directly to the conference room behind the padded doors. They will work everything, calling the customers from out here, or we can get them all back there so they're not videoed. I need to talk to the ones that are on the computer as well, and y'all can help me if you want to. Let's just let them know that our staff are going to be working from another department.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That'd be
whatever you guys
suggestion.
feel is necessary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know if y'all need to go now, or you want to wait, or what.
We'll hang out until we gotta leave for other calls.
Yeah.
Okay. Can y'all help me do that?
He's gonna come. Yeah, again, no business. You're not here to do DOL business.
Yeah.
So why are you still in the building?
He's
Just
doing
to
it.
harass folks.
These guys make a living doing this stuff
I see that now.
because they post these things on YouTube and all that stuff, and they get so many views and so many likes. They get checks cut for them. It's all over the internet now.
Okay. So I guess I have to look myself up some kind of way.
Just like Norcross, I have a little bit of everything.
Yeah. But essentially, they're harmless. These people, because they know what they can and can't do to get themselves in trouble, or so. Probably 9 times out of 10, they're harmless, unless you start pushing them. But like I said, I've seen videos where they go and they get no rise out. The officers come up, how you doing? I understand. Okay, have a good one. You know, what's your name? What's your badge number? That's what he said to me as soon as I walked up. I didn't even say hello to him. As soon as I got out of the car, he's like, name and badge number.
Yeah.
Did he ask you too? Oh, he didn't?
No. I was like, hey, what's going on? You all right? He's like, you may want to talk to them and see what's going on. I said, okay, no problem. Just walked in.
As soon as I walked up, he goes, name and badge number.
Yeah, he was asking for my name and stuff. I just looked at him.
As soon as I saw him, I was like, oh,
I
God,
asked him
it's
to
one
stop
of those.
recording. Can you please stop recording? And I said, can you step over here, please, for a moment? He said, no, I'm going my way, not to step. And I said, please, I'm just asking you, can you just... No, I'm not going.
Radio,
Okay.
42.
That's cool. You can stay right here if you want to stay here.
Okay, I think we're good.
Okay. Are you all right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I
It-
feel
it's-
very.
It's aggravating. It's very aggravating. And like I was telling him, most of the time these people, First Amendment auditors, that's what they call themselves, they're usually harmless. They know what lines to cross and which ones to not cross before they get themselves in trouble.
Yeah.
So if they don't get a rise out of somebody, or somebody that can video, or something that draws attention, they're just gonna leave.
Yeah. Well, that's very informative. I wasn't aware that they get their rise out of that.
Well, watch it look at it on YouTube.
I-
It's all over the internet. It's mainly when they come to police stations.
Okay, so we're going to just water it down and act like it doesn't matter.
Okay.
Because it's not going to matter, because we're going to get it back.
Yeah, just ignore them.
But the main thing is just their protection is what I'm responsible for, so that's my
Sure.
concern. But, okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for coming
We
out.
appreciate
No
it.
problem.
Yeah,
And
just
if
ignore
he
them.
were to jump this, if he were to jump the counter and get to the back,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's Is it kind of like a boarded off kind of area?
Okay, you see where our wall is there? It's so easy, anybody can check it.
That wall, the little
Yes,
wall is there?
yes.
Well,
So,
it's walled off, so it's there for a reason. And you can explain to him that, no, this is a restricted area, that's why this wall is.
correct, correct.
This is where we deal with sensitive information over here.
Okay.
Yeah.
He should understand that.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank y'all. Appreciate it.
See you later.
Okay,
you
thank
very
you.
Have a good one.
Okay, take care. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Officer Howard. You sir?
Yes, sir.
And your name? Lancaster. Thanks, Officer Lancaster. Appreciate you guys.
I don't like that. Just get a rise out of harassing people.
That's it. And they do it for them YouTube fame.
I feel bad for leaving them like that.
Yeah, it sucks. But like I said, if he's not going to get any attention, he's already got what he wanted. He already got some attention.
Yeah.
So I don't suspect him being here too much longer. Especially now that he knows that, now they know that to leave him alone, he's going to, okay, this is boring. I'll go somewhere else.
As soon as, I kid you not, I was coming right here and I saw him standing here with the camera. I was like, this is one of them.
Yep, I did too.
So I like came down, at the stop sign, looked at him. So I'm even parked my car right.
You know what I was thinking on my way here? I was like, please tell me Lauren